Hi, Sugar Pies. It's Gammy. We're going to be reading Berenstain Bears. We love the library book. And their poem on the inside of the book cover is, "There's no power like a book to take us far away, nor any place we'd rather be than in the library all day." The whole bear family loved to read. They went through books the way most bears go through honeycomb, and they are always ready for more. That's why one bright Saturday morning, they were on their way to the Beartown Library. At the library, they returned a batch of books to Miss Dewey, the librarian. "My goodness," she said, "you're the book-readingest family I've ever seen." "I just love novels like Jane Eyre and Pause and Prejudice," said Mama. "And I like books about fishing and woodworking," said Papa. "I know the kinds of books you cubs most enjoy," said Miss Dewey. "Would you like me to help you find them?" "Yes, please, Miss Dewey," said the cubs, taking her hands. "You know," said Miss Dewey as they walked through the shelves, "books are very powerful. What do you cubs think is the most powerful thing about books?" Said Sister. "I think it's the way you can see everything you read right inside your head." "I know what you mean," said Miss Dewey. "In the words of Emily Bear Dickinson, 'There's no frigate like a book to take us lands away.'" "What does that mean?" asked Brother. "It's from a poem," said Miss Dewey. "A frigate is a kind of a ship. It just means that a book has the power to carry you off to distant places." The cubs thought it over and they agreed. "Books are powerful. Here's our first stop," said Miss Dewey. "Animal stories for honey." There were shelves full of picture books and about all kinds of animals. There were lambs and ponies, ducklings and bunnies, kittens and puppies. Honey was in cuddly, fuzzy, fluffy, furry heaven. All the books she gets to look at. "On our next stop," said Miss Dewey, "outer space stories for Sister." The shelves were stocked with books about spaceships and astronauts. Sister's favorites were stories about space grizzlies. She used to think that they were scary, but then she got interested in telescopes and science and things like that, and it changed her mind. See all the things in the book? "Next stop," said Mrs. Dewey, "the world of long ago." This was Brother's favorite subject. He loved stories about knights in armor, gladiators and warriors, anything, in fact, with lots of swords, crossbows, catapults, and siege engines. Look at that. The family gathered with their exciting new books to check them out. "Thank you for your help, Miss Dewey," said the cubs. "We'll be back for more books soon," said Mama. "Well," sighed Miss Dewey, shaking her head sadly, "you may need to come back very soon." "Why?" asked Papa. "What's the matter?" "Haven't you heard?" said Miss Dewey. "The Beartown Council is talking about closing the library to save money." "Oh, no," cried the cubs. "Where will we go for our books?" "You're right, cubs," said Mama. "This is terrible. Something must be done." "We can help," said the cubs. "We don't want the library to close." Papa had an idea. "I think it's great that you cubs want to help, but maybe we could do more." "What do you mean?" asked Sister. "How would you cubs like to be in charge of keeping the library open?" asked Papa. "Count us in," said Brother. "What do we need to do?" With Papa and Mama giving advice, the cubs made a plan to keep the library open. First, they talked to all their friends and asked them to tell their parents and families about it. Next, they printed flyers and took them door to door. The flyers said to come to the next meeting of the Beartown Council to stop the library from closing. And their petition said, "Save our library. Please come to the next council meeting." Where? In the town hall. When? Tuesday at 6. At the next council meeting, practically everyone in Bear Country turned out. Folks crowded through the doors and leaned in the windows when Mayor Honeypot called the meeting to order. Bear after bear spoke out against the library closing. Finally, old Miss Grizz stood up. When I was just a young girl, she said, I took the book Ballet Bear Shoes out of the library and fell in love with it. That's why I became a ballerina myself. Without the library, that never would have happened. Was Miss Grizzle really a ballerina? Whispered to the cubs, to Mama and Papa. Of course, said Papa Bear, smiling. Everyone knows that. When she was young, she was the great ballerina Grizzolva. She danced with the Berenstain Ballet. Well, there she is when she was young and a ballet dancer. The Beartown Council voted to keep the library open. The crowd cheered. Mrs. Dewey thanked the cubs for leading the fight to save the library. As you said, Miss Dewey, said Brother, books are powerful. But there's another power at work here, said Papa. Cub power. Let's hear it for the cubs. Hip, hip, hooray. Hooray, cheered the crowds as Brother, Sister, and Honey took a bow and blushed right through their fur. And that's the end of the Berenstain Bears We Love the Library. I love you, bebés. We'll read more books.